If you'd please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a little bit. Thank you all for being here. Our first order of business today is something I'm pretty excited about, and it's a bid opening for Public Works. Do we have somebody here from Public Works that can give us a quick rundown of what the bid is for, and then we'll get to opening them?
Good morning, Commissioners. This bid opening today is for a project down in the Canyonville area along Main Street. From First Street to Long Street, we'll be putting in sidewalks, bike lanes, some curb gutter, stormwater appurtenances, which is a grant that we received from the state to fund this project, and it'll increase the safety by largely increase the safety for the kids traveling to and from schools.
Great, so this project is a Safe Routes to Schools project that the county applied for and has been partnering with the community of Canyonville and the city of Canyonville to sort of get the design together. And today we get a chance to open the bid, and hopefully we'll get to move forward with the project pretty quickly. So do you want to sit up here and get the bids for us? So with that, we'll go ahead and get started.
Our first bid is from LTM Incorporated, Knife River.
Sharp.
Alright, so the bid from LTM Incorporated, DBA Knife River Materials is $3,164,559.00.
Our next bid is from Cascade Civil Corp.
Next bid from Cascade Civil Court is $3,787,250.00.
Okay, our next one is from Brown Contracting, Inc.
Next bid from Brown Contracting Inc. is $4,063,938.00.
Okay, our last bid is from JRT Construction LLC.
Next bid from JRT Construction LLC is $3,536,113.00.
Great, I'm sure you'll take those back and evaluate them and hopefully in pretty short order bring a recommendation back to the board for contract approval.
Yes,
Great, thank you.
that's the process.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Next agenda item is a consent agenda, and we have some routine things. I do want to mention one of these routine things is reappointments of some of our commissions and road districts and things, and specifically I want to talk about the planning commission. These folks that are willing to serve on our planning commission, I want to thank them personally for the work that they do. That's one of our most time consuming and technical advisory commissions. The planning commission actually gets really deep into how land use law works, and they do a great job for us. With that, I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 3 is a tabled item, and I will ask County Council to present this.
Tiffany Podlesnik, County Council. This is an order to approve the surplus lands by public or private auction and to remove the parks use designation for property identified as tax account number R49375. The board previously held a public hearing on October 5th, 2022. Testimony was taken, the public hearing was closed, and this order was tabled following that deliberation. Today, the board is bringing this item back for deliberation, and it's the pleasure of the board as to what action to take.
So first, I would entertain a motion to remove the item from the table.
Would move to that from the table.
Second.
A motion, a second to remove the item from the table. Any questions or comments? Call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion passes. So now this is back in front of us during deliberation as it was when we tabled it. We had a public hearing. The idea was to allow a group of folks that were interested in working with the Parks Department and the Parks Advisory Board on some different alternatives. We've allowed, as you can see from that date, that 10/5/22 date till now, for that work to get done. And my understanding is the recommendation from the Parks Advisory Board is continues to be to approve this motion. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to remove the parks designation and approve the property for public sale.
I'll second that.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Sorry.
I neglected to say the order that's before the board is the same order that was before the board at the October 5th hearing, except for the language that said the hearing's held today was updated to show that the hearing was held October 5th. There was, I believe, a Scrivener's error in the legal description, and so the exhibit is a new exhibit that has the proper legal description. And there might be a footer that's at the bottom that was updated as this was an updated order.
But it's the same
It's the
subject,
same, but it
topic,
was just
fundamentally the same.
updated to put in the
Perfect,
date
okay.
of the hearing.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, you're saying it's not a substantial error.
Well, it's not even an error. One of them is the way it was worded for the date, because we were hearing it the
that.
day we had the public
She said
hearing.
there was a script.
Yeah, the other one is just the legal description was not, it had one error in it, so they got it fixed, which we would have had to do anyway.
Okay.
You understand that? Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 4 is citizens' questions and comments on agenda items. Do we have anybody online?
Nobody online.
Did we get any emails? Is anybody, I'm sorry, number 6 is a public hearing, so we'll take public comment on number 6 during the public hearing. So anything other than number 6 on the agenda that people would like to talk about, please come forward now. Seeing none, we'll move on to the agenda items. Number 5 is the building facilities item, and I'll invite up our building facilities director, David Palmer. Good morning.
Good morning, David Palmer, Facilities Director. Before you is a contract between Douglas County and Pressure Point Roofing to remove and install new roofing at the Reedsport Courthouse Annex in the amount of $149,743. So to be clear, the removal, we aren't removing the existing roof. This is an overlayment, but what we are removing is the stainless flashing and reinstalling it still in good shape. So
To approve the contract.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Thank you for doing this. We've patched and repaired and got by for a very long time with the need to do this, and it is certainly time to do it.
yeah, it's actually leaked ever since I've been here.
Yeah,
which is
He wasn't gonna say that.
no, but I mean, you guys have tried every
We've
other
tried
option, I
everything.
guess is what I'm getting
Yes.
at. So that's things that happen that make you say, it's a flat roof at the coast. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Actually, anywhere here in Oregon, putting a flat roof seems like an odd way to do things. So we have a motion second. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress? Chair votes aye and the motion passes.
you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 6 is a planning department item. I will invite up our planning director to give a staff report before we go to the public hearing.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joshua Shackley, Douglas County Planning. Before you this morning is a public hearing and final order of district formation for the Nob Hill Road Special Road District. The board approved this formation at their February 12th meeting. This is the second and final hearing on the matter. The chief petitioners for the formation are Dennis Eberhardt, Cecilia Heath, and Vanessa Johnson. The proposed district boundaries are legally described in Exhibit A and also depicted in the boundary map accompanying the formation petition. The order also appoints Dennis Eberhardt, Cecilia Heath, and Vanessa Johnson to the Nob Hill Road Special Road District Board of Directors. The purpose of the district is to provide the ongoing maintenance and improvement of Nob Hill Road. Douglas County staff has reviewed and found the formation petition complies with Oregon Revised Statute and is in accordance with statewide planning goals and guidelines. There are no known objectors to the formation of the district. I recommend the board open the hearing and accept public testimony unless you have any questions for me.
Any questions of staff? Thank you. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Have anybody online? And did we receive any emails or comments about this item? Great. With that, I will ask anybody in the room that wants to come forward. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Marilyn Jenkins. I live at 183 Nob Hill Road. And I'm not sure this is the place to present this, but I did want to address a couple of things. One was how the assessments are gonna be made. And I would like to formally say that I'm the second house on the road, and that I believe that it should be prorated as to where you live. And the other thing is, and I've discussed this with the committee some, is that they said they were going to build in a hardship clause for people that on the road that may be having a problem paying the assessment. And
Yeah.
my last thing is, if that road is improved, I live at the bottom and it comes down pretty steep. And my late husband and I, we paved all in front of our house. But by the time people, especially our younger drivers, get to the end of the road, they are flying. I would love to be able to see a speed bump put in there somewhere. That's all.
So several of those questions were answered at the last hearing.
I wasn't here yet.
So I'm not gonna speak for the group, but I'm gonna tell you those issues around how they charge the fees or apply the cost, whether it is equal to everybody or per road mile, was a discussion last time, and that will eventually be up to, if we form the district, it'll be up to the district to make those decisions. They did specifically talk about a hardship situation for those folks that may have a problem that come up or can't pay. And then I'm not sure on the speed hump concept, if that's it's probably within the will be, if we approve the road district, within their ability to do that. I'd wanna be careful. I know this is an interesting situation because it's a local access road, so the right of way is technically still a county right of way. The group will just maintain it, so I don't know what the standards are, and
Can't have a speed bump.
you can't have a speed, okay, I thought maybe there was already a rule around that, so. But there could be other traffic calming things.
Yes.
Yeah, so there can be other traffic calming devices, that you can, there's a whole list of traffic calming device techniques that slows down traffic.
And is that up to the,
That'll be up to the, within the allowable sort of list of things you can do for traffic calming. it will be up to the new road district if we form it
Okay,
to agree on that. So
all right, thank you.
thank you for coming forward. Anybody else would like to comment on number 6? We're in public hearing. Sorry, Dennis, I didn't see you there. I didn't mean to answer for you. Did you want to comment?
Thanks, I don't have any comments, you did fine.
Okay, thank you. With that, I will close the public hearing. Pleasure of the board.
Move to approve the board order forming a district.
I'll second that, but I mean, we need another order, cause we already did exactly that.
Sorry, do we need an action item on this?
I think the last order
Do we
spoke
need-
to
do we need-
setting
Do we
it,
need a motion on this, or is it?
one was just setting.
We do.
I don't think so.
Sorry, we don't do these there's a bunch of different kinds of road
Yeah.
districts. This one's a little different. For
So,
just the sake of abundance of caution, you want us to pass a motion? And if we
yeah,
didn't need to do it, we didn't do it.
you do need an order to finalize it.
Okay,
The first order gave the opportunity if an election was required to request that.
Right.
So this is the final and order, basically wrapping that up, so.
I'm gonna go ahead and accept that motion, just make sure if everybody's okay with it. And I will call, any further questions or any comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Thank you. Agenda item number 7 is a public works item. I'll invite up our public works director, Scott Adams.
Morning, Commissioners. Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 7 is an order accepting a permanent easement and a temporary construction easement from the Central Oregon and Pacific Railroad, Inc. for the reconstruction of the Reuben Road, County Road number 227 bridge as part of the McCullough Creek Bridge project. This purchase is at the price of $15,000, this easement.
To approve the order accepting easement.
Second.
A motion is second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce.
Aye.
Commissioner Kress.
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 8 is also a public works item. Mr. Adams.
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 8 is license of entries for multiple property owners allowing the county to enter their respective properties to make improvements to the existing driveways as part of the Main Street Canyonville Safe Routes to School project, number 11073. There's a laundry list of property owners. I don't know if I have to list them all. There, read them off. But this is, as we go through this project, there's a lot of driveway entrances we're changing grades, and so we'll have to match those grades into those driveways. We'll have to enter in on those properties and get those grades matched. So these are the license of entries for that.
Move to approve the licenses of entry for the Canyonville Safe Routes to School project.
Great, I'll second that.
Motion is second. This is just part of the complexity of these projects, so you have to go out and each of these people have to sign these agreements too, so.
Yes.
We have a motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 9, public works item. Scott.
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. These next 3 are fairly similar, so I'll try to get through them quickly, but item 9 is an intergovernmental agreement with ODOT to provide right-of-way services for the South Myrtle Creek Bridge project, replacement project. Douglas County will utilize $47,305 of state funds with the county match at 10.27%. This agreement is effective to 12/31/2024. This is a supplementary agreement to the master project agreement for these bridges, so we'll have.
Move to approve the intergovernmental agreement.
And I'll second.
A motion is second. Questions or comments?
did you say 2024?
Excuse me, 2034. Wow. Let me,
The paperwork says it correctly. It's an agreement is effective through 12/31/2034.
2034, yes.
Which is like, what, 9 years away is all?
You think you get it done? You think you got enough time?
9 years to build a bridge?
A motion is second. Any Any further questions or comments? Yeah, 34 seems like a long time to wait until you do the math.
Right, yeah.
I'll call a question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 10, Mr. Adams.
Scott Adams, Public Works. Item number 10 is another IGA between ODOT and Douglas County for the state to provide right-of-way services for the Dace Creek Bridge project.
Move to approve the IGA.
No, second that.
The motion is second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 11. I'm gonna finish out our list. Mr. Adams.
Again, Scott Adams, Public Works. Lastly is another IGA between ODOT and Douglas County for the state to provide right-of-way services for the South Deer Creek Bridge replacement project.
Move to approve the intergovernmental agreement.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call a question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Gentlemen, I have a couple kind of pertinent off-agenda items. So the first one, Commissioner Kress has helped put together, and really it's around the executive order about increasing timber production, and it's a letter to Doge. I don't know if you want to hit a couple of the highlights.
It's just that we've got a letter that's gonna be signed by the board, that's gonna go to the Director of Department of Government Efficiency, telling him how taking the new White House directive on timber and lumber could, how that could be implemented to not only benefit the forests and the country, but how it could benefit local governments. And so we're gonna send that letter to them, and hopefully they follow that.
Move to approve the signing of the letter.
I'll second
I have
that.
a motion and a second. Make a comment. Thank you. Both of my fellow board members and myself understand this asset that needs to be managed in a way that creates the values that everybody wants from their public lands, and there's a way to do it. And part of that is the financial benefit of growing timber. So I'm glad this letter's being sent. Hopefully it'll be looked at and evaluated, and I do believe there's a way for us to create all the values that these lands can afford us. So any further questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. The final off-agenda item, and this is also very timely. You all know that there was a series of laws passed that talked about fire maps and risk maps. And the latest version of that has come out from the state of Oregon. And it has considerable errors in the way that it was presented. We've encouraged the people that are affected by it to appeal their properties individually. That being said, one of the flaws in the whole process is that there's a deadline for appeal. And if you don't appeal by the deadline, you get no further opportunity to appeal. So folks that may not know how this is gonna affect their property may be impacted or learn about how it will affect their property after the date in which they were supposed to appeal. So I would like, and we've had staff work on this, I would like to have the county appeal on behalf of all the affected property owners, simply for the purpose of making sure that nobody misses the date. So I would ask my fellow commissioners to approve us signing that appeal paperwork, and I'll move to do that.
Second that.
Motion is second. Further questions or comments?
One quick comment, just the county actually owns land that's affected also, so that would appeal on our behalf as well.
So we do, and we actually sent, the land department director has signed and sent those that are specific to the county ownership with very clear description of the problems within those. This one is more for everybody, and it is a lack of a better word, a placeholder for those folks that would later not have the ability to appeal if we had not done this. So, okay, any further questions or comments? I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. That moves us to, any other items before we get to commissioner comments? Commissioner comments? So in the same line as the letter that we are sending to Doge, I had a chance yesterday as the president of the Association of ONC Counties to have a call with the acting national director of the BLM to have a conversation around the opportunity to more responsibly manage the ONC lands. And that phone call went very well. We got a full half an hour to explain what's going on here and an understanding and a commitment from the highest level of the BLM that this executive order affects these lands and they're looking for opportunities to do better. Probably some of the most exciting news I've been able to give in the decade that I've been a county commissioner. It was an extraordinary call. And for those that don't know, the timber that's sold off of these lands come to the 18 counties through a formula, so it doesn't matter really where the timber in any of the 18 counties is sold. It goes into an account, and then that account has a formula in which Douglas County gets the largest share. It comes to all 18 counties as general fund. It's non-restricted. So we can use it to provide services in a variety of ways here at the county. The most vital services that we do, like seniors and veterans, and other really important things we do. So I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm excited about ramping up that production. And probably the thing I'm most excited about is since Secure Rural Schools expired the 1st of October 2023, this gives us a path forward without that reauthorization, at least on the ONC lands. We currently actually do a little better on timber receipts than we do with Secure Rural Schools. This will give us an opportunity to do much better and get us off this constant having to go back to Washington DC and beg for money out of the Treasury when we actually should be productive here in producing money back into the Treasury and being part of the solution of our national debt instead of being part of the problem. So I'm excited about that call. The people that are in place appear to want to do the right thing, and having a president that literally understands managing assets in a way that benefits everybody is really exciting for me. So with that, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.